Hi everyone, here's what's bothering me today. The absolute shit show that was the Donald Trump and Joe Biden debate. What the hell was that? Genuine question. Trump never let Biden get a word in. The man interrupted so much that even Chris Wallace, the moderator from Fox News, had to intervene on more than one occasion and was clearly frustrated by the end of the night. And to just show how much of a farce this has all become, Joe Biden had to pause a few times and tell Trump that he's the worst president in American history, that he's a clown, and at one point hilariously said, "Oh, just shut the hell up, man." Which, I mean, mwah. But it really, really brought home just how terrible the state of American politics is. It hasn't been this bad in a long time. And it's really unfortunate, but it just goes to show how unhinged President Trump is and how milquetoast Joe Biden is. Imagine if we actually had someone like, say, Bernie Sanders on that stage calling out Trump for the outright fascist behavior he's condoning. Which reminds me, again, when they said, would you condemn white supremacy? Trump had to basically skirt around the issue, and then instead of just condemning them the way Biden did with just, yes, Trump said, okay, stand back, stand by. Like, there's no illusion anymore as to where this man stands and where his support is. And yet there's still going to be people thinking, oh, well, no, he didn't mean that. He misheard him. And of course he's not actually a fascist, despite telling people to show up at polling locations and to stand by and to serve him loyally and faithfully and unconditionally. Like, it's wild that America is at this point. And it's especially troubling that not once did they decide, you know what? President Trump is being a bit too much. We're going to cut off his mic. Because, oh, it's a rating sensation. And since everything is driven by ratings in the American media landscape, you have to just let the bad things happen because it makes you money. Just because you are making money does not mean that you're making money in a right way, in a justified way. By letting this happen and not pulling on the proverbial leash, as it were, you are just letting this man run rampant and trample on America's democracy. And no one in the media is yet willing to call out objectively fascist behavior. It's not a, oh, maybe it is. It definitely is. And the fact that media still hasn't called it out and people aren't really just pointing at it and harping on about it 24/7 the way Trump rants and rails about news, that's what's bothering me today. That's what's really shameful and terrifying about the current state of not only American democracy, but American discourse. And no one seems to want to address that because, God forbid, you wake up and realize that there is no announcement for the end of the world or for the end of democracy. You just kind of wake up one morning and you realize it's gone. There's no goodbye party for a nation. There's no goodbye party for a system or a party. It just kind of and disappears. So please wake up and call this for what it is. Fascist behavior from a fascist president. But the fact that media still isn't willing to acknowledge this and millions more Americans too scared to acknowledge the reality is what's bothering me today.